So let's start by paying homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So we are learning the lesson 31. So lesson 31 is about the causative verb in Pali. So para number 163 last time we learned. So causative base or causative verb is formed by adding one of the four. So affix and suffix are the same. So e, aya, abi, abaya. So either to the root or to the present verb base. Okay, for that information also we already hear. So to the root, okay. So to form the, okay, so here we need to note this one. So to form the causative verb, the person, to the root, okay. So by adding the, so causative verb, causative, so suffix, one of them. So we have the, causative base. So causative verb base. So after that, maybe verb termination D and D, etc. we can form. So number 2 is to the present verb base. To the present verb base by adding the that, causative suffix. So we have the causative verb base. Or causative verb also. So after that, maybe so verb termination. So mainly two ways we have in this way: to the root, and then to the present verb base by adding those causative suffix. One of them, yeah, e, aya, abi, abaya. Okay, so we can form that causative verb. So, and then here, these, there are four kinds of these suffixes. And then, so abi and the abia are added to the root, ending in the r. So like the, okay, that is one information. So such as, Ruda, and then Ruha, and then so Janya, and so on. Okay, so and then So second information is, so, sorry. So these are should be here. Okay. So in this way. And then the second information is, so vowel base ending in the R. So such as like the ki, na, su, na, and then ja, na, and so on. Okay. And then the information is, so to the group vowel, 7 group vowel base, such as here, Jore, Jorea, or Jinde, Jindea. So to those, these RB and the RB suffix are added. But, so here, so da, ru, da, so da, be, di. Okay, da, be, di. So ru, ha, be, di, be, di. So ru, janya, nya, be, di, be, di, and so on. And to the vowel base, like the here ki na, so ki na be di, ki na be di, and the su na be di, be di, jana be di, be di, and so on. So for that information here, you see. So examples are, you see the first image, ru da be di, be di. So he causes another one to give. Okay, ha is to give birth. So habia. So he makes another give up. Okay. And then second information. So actually, instead of the second information, so here going to the 7 group vowel termination, jore. Okay. So and then vowel base ending in the R are not included here. So that is why we need to know that information. So here you see, so kina bedi, and then suna bedi, jana bedi, bedi, and so on. And then now, so second, seven group vowel base. So those are ending in the A or aya, jori, joria. So jora bedi, beadi. Okay, and then Jorea Bedi, Jorea Beadi. The same way the other one is Jane Dedi, Jane Deadi, Jane Da Bedi, Jane Da Beadi. Okay, and so on. So, but the rest are the other roots and vowel base, take all the 4 suffixes, to form causative. To form the causative bar. Okay. So here, example, this is bawa. Bawa is, bawidi. Okay, this information should be under this one. And the end of. So this one. So informing. So in causative verb, radical verb will optionally lengthen, such as, here. So it should be a to the R, E to the A, U to the O. Okay, these 3 information so should be understood related to the causative verb. So now So, and then the other roots are roots and vowel base. So for that information here, this example you see, root D's. So actually D's are B. That is cause the 7th root. But root Garo, Kar. So Garo. Okay. Now another example. So root Kar. So to that E or Aya or AB or AB. So we form like this. So here also, root vowel, where we change, Kari, and then, so Karya, and then Karabi, and then, so Karapaya. Okay, in this way. After that, by adding it D. So in this way, we perform. But so suffix is 4 kinds. That is why, 4 different forms we have. But the meaning is the same. So root guard means to do. So that is why. So he causes somebody to do. He causes somebody to do. The meaning is in this way. Okay. He causes somebody to do. So Karidi also he causes somebody to do. Karyadi also he causes somebody to do. Karabedi, Karabyadi, the same meaning. Okay. The same meaning. And then now another example is root butch. So this root ka as a simple form. So root is ka, sign is o, and then d. So we have the karodi. That one we already learned. That means so he does. Okay, he does. But so instead of the o, we apply the e, aya, abi, abia to form the causative verb. Okay, to form the causative verb. So the same way in the next example. So root is butch. So that root is butch also with the sign A and B. So negate the insertion. So we have the okay, after that the T. So we have the bonjeti. Bonjeti means he, eats. Okay. But here in causative form, root butch. After that, E or Aya, and then Abe, and then Abaya, any one of them, and then D. So at that time, this U is radical power according to the rule. So here you see. So U is changed to the O, you see. So that is one. So we have the these form Bojiti, okay, and then Bojayati, and then so Bojabiti, and then so Beati. So the meaning is so he maybe makes or causative makes so somebody to eat. Somebody eat in this way. Somebody to eat. or causes somebody to eat. So that causative commonly we can translate makes or lets or and then so causes maybe order and so on. Any one of them. So based on the context. So but this bone jar root bush. So from the present verb base. The present verb is here bone jar with no. So from that we take the bone jar. Okay, to bone jar by adding the e or a ya or so b or so ya. After that, this is very verb base. So at that time, we have the bone j d, and then so bone j d, and then so bone j b d, and then bone j b d in this one also can be formed. Okay, can be formed. So that is why some roots. So from root as well as from vowel base, but some root only from the vowel. So to the car, so we don't have from the karo. Maybe from the karo also because of a that O is dropped and the vowel is changing. That one also possible. Okay, no problem. So that is one. From the root and from the base. But here exception. Even though in the book, in Parliament Easy provide in this way, but root G. So that root G is only root G. Commonly, na, and then T. So the meaning of root G is to conquer. To conquer. So G na in this way. And then now at the time, here R and that is why we have the, so as a causative. So G na B with the RB, you see? G na B D and then G na B D. So in this way here. So we don't have the G na D or G na D because base is ending in the R. But here in the book, Parliament Easy. So as an exception, root G by adding the RB or something like that. Here you see Jabedi, Jabeadi or something. Well, actually that one I could not find even in the dictionary as well as even in the Pali Tipitaka also could not be found. Could not be found. Only that other suggestion, others idea. So I could not find. So let's see. So here Jabi, I trying to find that one. So here you see Jabedi. So that Jabedi 3 times can be found. So one word in the same way, Abida Mata. So we bring a commentary. So Jabedi is actually here Atan Jabedi. No, so we cannot say he conquered the meaning or he caused to conquer the meaning. So Atan Jabedi may cause to know. Let him know. Atan Jabedi. So that is Rujanya, not Ruji. So that is here, Jabedi Ata Jabika or Binyanama. So knowing the meaning is knowledge. Knowing the meaning is knowledge. So in this way, knowing the meaning is knowledge. So that means that Jabedi is not from the root G, just from the root Janya in this way. And then here Jabedi, Jabeadi, that one also actually referring to the Benjamin knowledge, just knowing. Okay. So here also Atan Jabedi, so Ata Jabika or something like that. Also they are the same in the synonymous to the Banya. Okay. So that is why that one also could not be found in the Bitaka, the Jabedi or Jabiadi. So to the root ni also commonly we have in this way. To the root ni, and then sign is R, and then D. So we have the, Nayadi. Okay. Nayadi, and as a contracted form, Nadi. So this Aya is changed to the A. Okay. So he leads. That is common form. He leads to something. So, but so from the root ni, and then here Abi. So it is Nabi. Okay, let's find that what Nabi in the, so firstly in the dictionary. I don't think so. So Nabidi, just Anabidi. So that Anabidi also Anedi. Oh, Anabidi. Okay, Anedi from the Anedi. Anieti, Anitawa, Anita, Anima. Yeah, causative form. Aneti or Anabidi. So we have that one is okay. Anabidi we have Anabidi. So that is from the root ni. So anedi or aniati. Okay, anabidi. So now with the R prefix. Okay. R prefix. So and then D. So we find this one. Anabidi. Okay. Jabidi. So okay, the other dictionary, maybe it's just in Burmese. Yeah, maybe it's the other one. So Jabedi. This Jabedi is the first one, destroying. Destroying. That is the result of the ha. Ha change the ja. Okay. Ha change the ja. And then maybe the other one is so we have the Jabedi, right? But that one is different meaning. So Jabedi. So that Jabedi is from the root ha. So ha is changed the ja, and after that the be, not conquer. Okay. So ha mean to lose or to destroy, to lose. So that's sense. Okay. And then another one, Jabi, is from the root Jan. So root Jan is changed to the Ja. So root Jan means to be or to become. Okay. So root Jan after that the so be. Okay. So at that time, Jabi. So now here, so from the root ha mean to loss. So Jabi means so to make somebody lost, that means so to destroy. To destroy. Now Jabi is to become. So the meaning is cause to become. Okay, but that is to produce. To produce in this way. In different meaning. We can have another one. So the same way in the Pali Tipitaka we find that one also from the root janya. Okay, so root janya to the ja. So after that the abe. So root janya means to know. Okay, but now so we have the so jabe. But that jabe is to let. So somebody know. Okay. Let me to explain or something like that. To explain Jabedi in this way. So, but in the sense of to conquer, so we could not find. We could not find. So that point. Okay, and then next one is a deep replace root is so Ijabi. Okay, that Ijabi also. So Ijabidi, not Jabidi, Ijabidi. Make someone recite or chant in that one. Oh, okay, Ijadi, yeah, that one. So Ijadi for this information. So we have a D prefix root E. A D prefix root E means to study. To study. So the sign is R and then D. So we have the Ijadi. Ijadi means he study. Okay, so from that AGRD, so a D prefix root E. So after that, RB. RB, and then D. So it B D. So at the time, so literally, he so causes so somebody to study. So that means so he chant, he recite somebody to study or to recite. Okay. He chant in this way. Yeah, this one also you can find. And then next, so root B. B is to satisfy. That B is dictionary, we can see. Root B and the na and the D. So B na D or B ne D, only B ne D we have. So B ne D is, so maybe that is very na D, B ne D. Okay. So B ne D glad then. So here, so root being and the A, according to the dictionary, different idea. But so bre and the ne. So be needy, so can be needy. So can be needy. Be needy, be needy. Be needy, be needy. So bre nadi, bre or be, yeah. Okay. So according to the dictionary, so actually root is being. Okay, let's see another one. Be needy, glad, and satisfied. Yeah, here also be maybe the same as root B, being, and the ne or a. Okay, a, the same meaning. So actually, not root B according to this way. This way. Yeah, just Myanmar alphabet. So B na di. That B ne di. B, yeah, the B and the ne. So ne is another surface. B na and the A. So glad B ne di. Na is inserted one or something like that. So B ne di, bri na di, bri. See, and the B ya, B ya, B ya, B ya, bri ya, bri, bri ya, free ya, B ya. So that bineti and bineati. Bineati. Maybe so that is not from the root. Not from the root. In Pali, that one is so firstly. So root B. So after that sign is na, but that na is changed to the na with the dot. Okay. So after that and D. So simple form is B na D. Okay. So B na D. So that means so he is satisfied. He is satisfied. But another one is from the B na base. So to the B na base, but here exception. So A is used, at the very beginning. This is exception. At the very beginning here, you see, one more information here. So, vowel base ending in the R, such as kina, suna, and so on. They take only RB and the R pair, you see. But for this form is exception. Exception in this way. So even though, base is ending in the R, so we have the bineti in this way. Bineti. So bineti may he. So he satisfying somebody or something, or is satisfying somebody or something like that. Okay. So in this way, some exception can be seen, but mostly, so mostly these rules. So to the root, all of the causative suffix can be added of the present vowel base. Okay. And then, so to the root, okay, this one should be ABC. Huh? So in this one should be. Yeah, this is better to see clearly. So three more information. So to the root ending in the R. Okay. Vowel base ending in the R. And the seven continuous sign A, and so on. So in this way. But exception, these are exception. There's a binadi, and so on. Okay. So, and then Wiley in the book. So when causative suffix is added to the root or an intransitive verb, so it becomes transited. So, okay. This formula also we need to know that. So, intransitive verb, so it doesn't need the object. So to the intransitive root, okay. To the intransitive root, if we add the causative, Okay, so at that time it became the transitive need object. So transitive root or transitive. So intransitive maybe root or base. Okay, intransitive and become the transitive. So for example, so Buddha Sayati. Here, example. So Buddha Sayati mean so a child sleeps. That is intransitive. But so the Saya joining with the RB. And then D. So as the causative verb, so we have the sayabiti. Okay. So at the time, example is so Mata Buddha. So sayabiti. So a mother lets a child, or maybe so makes is better. Makes a child so to sleep. So in this way, now so sayabiti, that is root C. Root C. Transitive root is intransitive root is root C. Root C is to lie down, or maybe to sleep in that sense. So as a buffer, sayati. Sayati mean he sleeps or he lies down in this way. So here example is Buddha sayati in this way, or a child lying down. Okay, but now one more information you see, because transitive by adding the causative become intransitive, by adding the causative become the transitive. Now another information. So transitive by adding the causative, so become the ditransitive, become the two objects, ditransitive. So for example, batch, batch. Batch means to cook. Okay, so sign R and then D. So budget D. So he cooks. Okay, here example. So she will go ordinary budget. So a servant so cooks the rice. So in this way, so transitive object, but that root batch the root batch with the causative suffix A. Okay, or maybe RB also okay. And then D. So we have the Bajidi. Okay. Bajidi. But so Bajidi means he causes somebody to cook, the meaning. And there's another example. So Samiko. So Siwa can ordinance Bajidi. So in this way. So here two objects you see. Sami Siwa can also object. Ordinance also object. Two objects. But originally, ordinance would be a single object. So so master maybe order or commands order a servant to cook rice. That is meaning. So in this way, so transitive verb or transitive root or transitive verb base, by adding the causative suffix, it transforms into transitive. Like the Bodho Sayadi become the Sayabedi with the causative at the time. So Bodhan Sayabedi in this way. And then, so transitive root or transitive base, so by adding the causative, so it becomes the ditransitive need to object. Originally here, so primarily Bajati, so Siwako ordinal Bajati here, so only a single object. Okay. But so yeah, Bajati become the Bajati with the causative at the time here. So two objects, you see. Two objects in this way. So that is why. So intransitive root with the causative become the transitive, or transitive root with the causative become the ditransitive. So ditransitive. Okay. So that is here in the book. So root bat is to fall like the roll call badeti. So roll call badeti. Okay. Roll call badeti. But badeti means maybe why your roll can badeti. So the wind causes the tree fall down in this way. Badeti to fall down, to fall, causes to fall. And Hasad, he laughed. But Hasedi causative verb. Hasedi causative verb. So maybe Sahaya ko, or maybe so Mada Bodhan Hasedi. So a mother makes his son laugh in this way also. Okay, so in this way. And then so those causative verb also like the other verb. So by adding the doa, so we can form the gerund. By adding the do, we can form the infinitive. So that means so badi and the doa, badi doa, badi and the do, badi do, hasi and the doa, hasi doa, hasi and the do, hasi do, and so on. Like so that is at the very beginning I introduced. Firstly, we learn the one kind of verb. So that is active verb. So that active verb also can be from the gerund and the infinitive and the present participle and so on, past participle and so on. So the same way the causative verb also can be from gerund, infinitive, present participle, past participle, and so on. So that information. So that is sign here, present, and also can be added any other tense or mood. So present tense is WD, imperative is W2, and object is W. Out is RWC, and past indefinite that is RW. So here the need. And the future, so WSD or conditional, so RWSA. And the present participle is W. So Dabayan or Dabaya man present participle. And the past participle also, yeah, you see Dabita and Dabita went and Dabita way, and the Jaran Dabitawa, infinitive Dabito in this way. So all of those causative verbs so can be formed with the all of the tenses, all of the moods, and the gerund, infinitive, present participle, past participle, and so on. And then here you see, so the causative form of the transitive verb admits two objects. So that is the information. So transitive verb with the causative, so become the ditransitive. So transitive means with one object. And the ditransitive means so with two objects. So that information, okay, with two objects. So that is here in the example. Soba wasa dan darakan bagawandan wanda biti. Okay, wanda biti. So actually wanda biti. So root is one. Okay, sign is R and the D. So as a simple verb, we have the one that D. So he, so bow down or pay homage. Okay, he bows down, bow down when the D, like this. So bagawan when the D in this way. But that when the D, so root one and the RB, and then D. So one B D. Okay. So now example is soba wasa dan darakan. Here one object. Maybe at the very beginning here subject is so darako bagawandan wandati. But now soba wasa dan darakan. So bagawandan. So wandabiti in this way. Soba wasa let that child to pay homage to the Buddha or to bow down to the Buddha. So example is in this way. Commonly, Darago Bhagawandan Wandati. But Wandati become Wandabedi. So here Daragan is one object, Bhagawandan is one object. And these are two objects. So the lady Sobawasa caused that child to bow down to the Lord in this way. And then, so sometimes the agent that has caused to the action placed in the instrumental case. So now, even though, this direct end is object, but another possibility. So with the, direct and also with the so darakasa with the genitive case. Okay. So two possibility. Even though it is object, but in Pali grammar, so with the accusative case, darakan, with the instrumental case, darakena, with the genitive case, darakasa, in this way. Three possibility, but the same meaning. So the lady Sobawasa causes that child, darakan, darakan, Bhagawandan Wanda Bedi. So in this way, so with the instrumental case, so with the accusative case, and then with the instrumental case, and then with the genitive case. So three possibilities, but the same meaning. The same meaning. Okay. So this information here, you see, sometimes the agent that has caused to do the action is placed in the instrumental case. So like the Brahmano, Onodagan, Gajan, Burisena. So Gaha Bitawa. Okay. Gaha Bitawa here, Burisena. Actually, Burisan Gaha Bitawa. Burisan Gaha Bitawa. So Fanidasa Ja Pudan Ayasamato Ubawanasa Badasi. The Brahmin made a man to take hot water on carrying pole and offer a basket of molasses to the venerable Ubawana. In this way can be seen. Okay. And then, so double accusative case. So some verbs originally, they are ditransitive. So they need two objects, like the do, have, make. Okay, do, have, make. And bake mean to bag. And waha mean to carry. And yaj mean to bag. And sas mean to instruct. Hard mean to take away. Root mean to obstruct. Ni mean to lead. So with these root, so they need two objects. Without causative, originally, they themselves need two objects without causative. So here, Kira Nika, they know one object, Kiran, and then do handy. So with the do handy here, two objects. They know also one object, Kiran also one object. So dairy fork, draw milk from the cow. Maybe that in English, maybe from the cow, but in Pali, just they know what the accusative case. Okay. The same way here, Binyan Dan Samana Boche Sami. Okay, Binyan Dan Samana Boche Sami. So Binyan and the Dan Samana mean recluses of prior. So Boche Sami, I will ask. So Dan, you, and then Binyan a question. So I will ask you a question. So Dan also object, Binyan also object. Okay. So that is with the both not included. One or another boch. Boche Sami, Bochetti. And the Buddhiso Gawe Gama Niyadi, that is with the root need to lead. The Buddhiso Gawe Gama Niyadi. So the man takes the cow to the village, or the man so lead the cow to the village. So drive the cow to the village. So in this way. Okay, these are we are forming the causative verb. Okay, so we can repeat. So to the root or to the base, we can add the causative, four kinds of causative suffix. But especially root ending in the R or base ending in the R, and then the seven vowel base. seven group base like the Jori, Joria. So only Abi and Abia are added. The others are commonly, four kinds can be to the root or to the base. So that is way of forming. After that, so if we form the causative at the time, so root is originally, intransitive, but joining with the causative, so at the time become the transitive. That means even though it is originally intransitive, no need object, but become transitive with the causative, need object like the here sayadi, Bodho sayadi, and the so Bodhan sayabeti in this way. So the same way, originally transitive, but joining with the causative, become the transitive. Originally need one object, but joining with the causative, need two objects, like the ordinal bajeti, and then sivakan ordinal bajeti. So in this way, that is way of forming. Okay, way of usage of the causative verb. So, and then next information is way of the denominative verb, another verb. Okay, this one should be for next time. Now time's up. Okay, so any question? Okay, Selena, go see.
Bante, when there is a two objects and then with using accusative, so the placement of the object in the sentence is, I think, is very important. But how to know who? Let's say if there's a two persons object, so then how do we know? If we know, let's say the milk, the servant asks, the master calls the servant to milk the cow. That's okay. Easy, we know, can understand. But how about if the sentence is about two person or three persons? Let's say somebody to bow down to other people. Then who is the who? Who is bow down? Who is the person? Let's say it's not bow down to Bhagawa, but to the other person. Then which one is the doer, and which one is the
object is the doer actually. So that means, here in this example you see. So for example, Sivaka ordinal bajeti. So Sivaka is the cook actually. He originally cooked. But in the second sentence also, Samiko Sivaka ordinal bajeti also. He himself a cook. But maybe in the common sense, so he himself cook. But in the second sense, so Samiko is commander, orderer. He does not cook. Master does not cook. He is just commander, give command, give order. But real cook is Sivaka. So the same way, here, Darako is who bows down to the Blessed One. And then here also Soba was maybe in the common sense, so Daraka himself bows down to the Buddha. Maybe in next example, so Daraka maybe denied to bow down to the Buddha, or he doesn't know to bow down to the Buddha at that time. The lady Soba was asking to bow down to the Buddha. So at the time, finally he bows down to the Buddha. So even though object with the direct game in the causative verb, he is really doer. The other one subject is just commander.
No, Bante, what I mean is regarding the Darakam and the Bhagawantam. How about the Darakam and then this not Bhagawantam but other people? Then who is the doer? Is it the place? What I mean is the Bhagawantam and Darakam. How about it's the mixed place? Is it can different meaning?
Yeah, when we change their what order can be different meaning. So for
Okay.
example, so Soba was and then Bhagawan Dan Darakan Wanda busy at the time. Maybe so Bhagawan Dan is actually who bows down in this what order. So that means, you know, originally here the verb Wanda D is without causative verb, but object Bhagawan Dan. So this object is, we can say logically, object of one that D. Okay, so Bhagawan Dan is so object of root one. Okay, but here Dharakan, because of causative, Dharakan become the Dharakan as an object. That is why the Dharakan is the object of the causative surface object of the causative surface. In this way we can say. So that is why so object of the rule should be immediately before the verb.
Okay, Bante. That's what I want to know. That's with two objects. Because
right.
Sometimes like say, he make me like him, like her. He make me like somebody, and then who likes that somebody, that sometimes can mix up, especially with the name. Not Bhagavantam maybe is very easy to understand, but how about if the name, and then with the word that we don't really understand, that can be mixed up.
Yeah, so actually, if we translate in this here, Samiko Siwakan Ordinance by GD, in Pali can be two possibility. Maybe all Siwakan is before the Bajeti, Ordinance is also before the Bajeti. If we change their what order, maybe here also will be what order can be changed in this way. Order a servant to cook rice. So in English, order a servant one phrase, to cook rice is one phrase, you see? That is, what order? So because that is this information we should know. So object of the root one should be immediately before the verb. But causative verb, so maybe another place or something like that.
Okay, now I get it. Thank you, Bante. Satu.
Okay, good question. Okay, any question? Okay, Haru.
Yes, Bante. So first of all, Bante, Bante, please move into the item number 2, that other roots and verbal base will take 4 surfaces.
Item number
below.
Maybe. Yeah. Instead of
yeah.
C number 2, yeah, this one should be continuously C and D should be.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So another one, just a little bit lower, Bante. It is in the verb that punchati. Punchati, and we plus with a aya, ape, apaya. Yeah. So in here that, yeah. So in here that we get it coming from the verbal base, that puncha. And because puncha R in here is shock R, so that's why we can add with on for causative suffix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it is the long R at the end of the verbal base, so that we just only can add with the two suffixes ape and apaya only.
Right.
Yeah, but because it's the shock R, so we also can add with all four suffixes.
Right.
Yeah, thanks, Bante. I just would like to clarify on this point only because it's short R or long R. Yeah. And the second question, Bante, is it belong into the verb, the causative. It is chinapeti. Just a little bit. Yeah, here, Bante. So from the root chi, so we add with ape, so it will be chinapeti and chinapayati. So for chinapeti there, Bante, that it means that the meaning is that he makes somebody to concur. Yeah. And the third one, Bante, it is from root ni. And so when we add with ape, it is anapeti. So for anapeti in here, what does it mean, Bante?
So anabidi also cause to lead. Cause to lead. That one can be seen even in the dictionary also. Yeah. Anedi, anabedi. So cause to bring. Here you see. Anabedi. So cause to be fetched. That is contextual meaning. Originally cause to bring.
Okay.
Okay, that one.
Yeah, cause somebody to bring something.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Bante. And for the next one, Bante, the next point, it's belong into the transitive. It add with the causative suffix and it become the transitive verb with two objects. So for this one, that it have two objects in here when the transitive verb it add with causative suffix and it become the distransitive verb. For example, that wandapeti. So for the two objects there, Bante, one object is the agent object and another object is something because cause somebody to do something. So for first of all, that the agent object there, it may be in accusative, instrumental, or genitive, but it's the same meaning.
Root object. Yeah, this is root object. And then this one is agent object, right?
Yeah.
Okay, again, your question.
Yes. So my questions here that with the agent object, Bante, it can be in accusative, instrumental, or genitive, but the same meaning.
Yes.
Yeah. So it means that we are freely to use in the case of accusative, singular, or genitive. It's up to us which one that we can pick it up and we can use it, or it will be in some of the context or something like that.
Freely.
It will have the
Freely.
advice. Okay. So it's freely, yeah. But for the root object, Bante, it's
just
only
with the accusative.
in accusative only. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I got that. Yeah. And another point, Bante, it is for the accusative, for the causative verb there, that we see that when we add with the causative suffix, it also can be in own type of the verb or in own mood. But we also divide it based on the the first person, second person, or first person, like the principle that we divide with another verb pante. It's also the same principle, right?
Yeah, the same. Only subject
Yeah.
will be different.
Yeah.
So for the first person, first subject, second person, subject, like that. Those are the same.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that I got it.
Okay.
All are clear right now, Pante.
Okay.
Just some situation later on if it has some special situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Pante, for all of the clarifications.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any question? Okay, so no more question. Let me start here by saying sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Thank you, Bante. Good night.
Good night. Welcome.
Good night.
Thank you very much, Bante.
Good night. Sukihotu.
Good night.
Suki
Welcome.
Hotu.
Suki Hotu.
Kia ora.